What if the thing keeping you safe is actually what's keeping you small? You're not lazy, you're not broken. But if your days blur together and your life feels numb, you're probably stuck in your comfort zone. It's that invisible bubble where everything feels fine, but nothing really grows. Neuroscience shows us the brain loves familiarity, but growth, that lives in discomfort. So today we're going to talk about the silent trap you didn't even realize you were living in, and how to finally escape it. Chapter 1. The Hidden Cage. Let's be honest, the comfort zone doesn't look like a problem. It looks like Netflix at 2 a.m. It looks like staying at the same job because it's not that bad. It looks like a soft couch, DoorDash on the way, and a vague sense that maybe you were meant for more, but also, maybe tomorrow. That's the trap. It feels safe, familiar, even deserved. But underneath that softness, there's a slow leak. Picture yourself lying in a warm bed, buried in soft blankets. It's cozy, peaceful, but the room, it's slowly flooding with water. You're comfortable, but you're sinking. That's the comfort zone, a psychological cage disguised as self-care. But the question is, why do we stay? The answer is simple. Blame the amygdala, the part of your brain wired to protect you from danger. To it, uncertainty is a threat. So it tells you, don't change, don't try, don't risk. Even if you're quietly miserable, the brain says, at least we know how to survive here. And we listen. We whisper things like, I'll start next week. I just need a little more time. But next week turns into next year. And that little more time becomes most of your 20s or 30s. So how do you break out? You don't need a life overhaul. You just need to notice one thing. Where in your life are you fine, but not fulfilled? That question is the first crack in the cage. Write it down, sit with it. Your brain may hate it, but your future self will thank you. Chapter 2. Why discomfort feels dangerous. Here's something wild. Your brain doesn't actually care if you're happy. It just wants you alive. That's it. That's the mission. So anything unfamiliar? Anything uncertain? Your nervous system goes, danger. Even if it's just a new job, or starting a conversation, or finally going to the gym after ghosting your membership for 6 months. We confuse discomfort with danger, and our body reacts the same way to both. Racing heart, shallow breath, sweaty palms, oh God, let's not, energy. Why? Because your brain is wired for survival, not fulfillment. It clings to routines even if those routines are soul-crushing. You ever hold on to something, a job, a relationship, a version of yourself, way past its expiration date just because it's familiar? Think of it like this. You've got this old phone. The screen's cracked, battery dies in 10 minutes, camera's trash, but it still works, kind of. You don't upgrade, not because it's the best option, but because learning a new phone sounds exhausting. Your brain is doing the same thing with your life. When you step outside routine, your brain releases cortisol, the stress hormone. But discomfort is where neuroplasticity kicks in. That's when the brain starts rewiring, adapting, evolving. That's growth. So what do you do with this? Start small. Don't go full Navy SEAL. Just choose the 5% harder option today. Say the uncomfortable truth. Wake up 10 minutes earlier. Try the thing your brain insists you're not ready for. Growth doesn't demand huge leaps, just consistent, gentle stretching. Just a little discomfort daily. That's how you shift. Chapter 3. The Myth of Motivation. Let's clear something up. If you're sitting around waiting to feel motivated, you're going to be waiting a long time. Like still stuck in the same place next year kind of long. Because motivation is not the spark that starts the fire. It's the smoke that rises after the fire's already burning. We've been sold this myth that we need to feel ready to begin. But real change starts when you feel the exact opposite. You don't magically wake up pumped to hit the gym at 6 a.m. You drag yourself there, hating it, and then walk out feeling 2% more like the person you're trying to become. That builds identity, not the thoughts, not the TikToks, but the showing up. Here's what's happening in your brain. Motivation is tied to dopamine, the reward chemical. But dopamine doesn't show up when you're lying in bed thinking about changing. It spikes when you take the first step, when you move toward progress. Meanwhile, my brain, we need to change our lives. Also my brain. But first, let's binge 4 hours of productivity TikToks while lying on the floor eating cereal. Sound familiar? So, what's the fix? Use the 2-minute rule. Commit to just 2 minutes of the thing you're avoiding. 2 minutes of writing, 2 minutes of walking, 2 minutes of facing the thing, because action lowers fear. Motion builds momentum. And even the tiniest step forward tells your brain, oh, we're actually doing this. Don't wait to feel ready. Start before you believe it, and let belief catch up to your action. Chapter 4. Comfort looks different now. Comfort used to mean survival. A roof, a fire, a warm meal. Now, comfort looks like glowing screens, algorithmic rabbit holes, and Uber Eats at the doorstep in 11 minutes or less. We don't reach for our phones because we're weak. We reach for them because they work. They numb the noise. And your brain loves that. Just one more video, one more scroll, one more maybe tomorrow. This is called learned helplessness. When your brain starts believing that effort doesn't matter, that change isn't worth it. Because why push through hard things when easy things are always available? And so the trap gets deeper. Who needs a life purpose when you've got 10 hours of dogs that look like their owners lined up? No judgment. We've all been there. But here's your reframe. Not all comfort is rest. Some of it is just distraction in a hoodie. Try this. Audit your fake comfort habits. Ask, am I actually resting or just numbing? Then, each day, create a daily discomfort challenge. One tiny thing that breaks autopilot. Take the cold shower. Delete the app for 24 hours. Walk without headphones. Sit in silence for 3 minutes. Discomfort isn't punishment. It's proof you're waking up. Chapter 5. Fear versus growth pain. Not all discomfort is bad, but your brain doesn't always know that. It just sees discomfort and goes, nope, must be danger. There's a difference between real danger and growth pain, and learning to tell the two apart might change your entire life. Fear says, don't do it, you're not ready. Growth says, this might hurt a little, but it's worth it. Let's look at a few moments you've probably lived through. Speaking up in a group when your voice shakes. Going on a first date after a heartbreak. Applying for a job you feel underqualified for. All terrifying, all potentially life-changing. Your nervous system doesn't like risk, even if the risk is just looking awkward or feeling unsure. So, how do you stop it from running the show? Try this simple psych trick. Label it. When fear pops up, literally say to yourself, this isn't danger. This is growth pain. It's like updating your internal GPS. Suddenly, discomfort isn't the enemy. It's the guidepost. Growth always comes with a little friction. That's how you know you're on the edge of something real. Chapter 6. The Identity Shift. Escaping your comfort zone isn't about working harder. It's about becoming someone new. Not a fake version of you. A truer version. The one that's been quietly waiting beneath all the fear, hesitation, and what if I fail thoughts. Here's the psychology behind it. James Clear, like the author of Atomic Habits, says, every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. It's not about perfection, it's about casting votes. You don't try to be confident. You become someone who shows up even when it's hard. You don't wait to feel ready. You act like the person you're becoming, and eventually the feelings catch up. But a lot of us get stuck here. We say, but this isn't me. And you're right, it's not you. Yet. Growth always feels like pretending in the beginning. Until one day, it doesn't. One day, it just feels like you. So here's a simple takeaway. Write your new identity sentence. Say it out loud. Put it where you can see it. Like, I'm the kind of person who speaks up even when I feel nervous. Or, I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself, even when no one's watching. You don't build a new life by changing everything. You build it by becoming someone who shows up differently, one decision at a time. Comfort isn't the same as peace. Peace is earned through action, alignment, and growth. Comfort just keeps you numb. Here's the truth. Your comfort zone is killing you. Not your body, your potential, your spark, your momentum, and no one escapes it in one leap. But every small decision you make today, the 5% scarier choice, is one crack in the wall. Pick one area you've been avoiding. Write it down. Take one uncomfortable step today. not tomorrow. Today. And if this video woke something up in you, something you've been quietly ignoring, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. What's your comfort zone been costing you?